Hey people, in this video I'm going to show you some symbology of the hand. I'm going to show you why people in the know that the left hand is the hand of Satan, and people in the know that the right hand is the hand to pay up. Some people don't know. That's the way to tell by which hand it's in. We're going to look at the ancient writings and see how they hide Satan in your Bible, how many times it does come up that they try to hide it. And I'll backtrack on through to see how I got here, and we're going to learn a lot of stuff. So this is Aton, and this is Akhenaton. He looks like Obama, and that was on purpose. That's where yes, I can attain. I can attain. And Aton is the hand Aton. Which hand Aton? And you see Akhenaton usually has this right hand, and the spirits, he pour in the spirits, and the spirits will be on the left hand. You can see that the right hand is over here on Aton, and the left hand will be over here to Satan. The right hand, and you see this is the left hand mixed in. He's trying to block that left hand over here with the left hand. And this represents spirits, the lily, the lilies, the night, and the wine glasses, the spirits. And so this is where that comes from. In the left hand, this represents the letter M. That's the mother, this hand of Satan. And this is supposed to be a Yah, Y-A, in the right hand, the hand of Yah. And not everybody has this. And I'm not too sure if it goes with bloodline, but the writer of the Hebrew Bible had these marking in his hands, and he talks about it, the Yah in the right hand, and the M in the left, the right hand and the left hand. So Akhenaton is said to be the inventor of monotheism, and you see it, they brought this Aton over here with the IHS. This is your spelling for Jesus, IHSOUN. So these three spikes here, these represent Sumerian writings. There's three spikes here. 1, 2, 3. You see three heads. One goes through, and there's two. The three spikes, and that's the way the Sumerians wrote their numbers. All they had was with these little triangle spike shapes that meant ones, tens, or hundreds. And this is also the Vav, the spike, a connecting pin. The Vav pin holds your wheel on. Vav, Vav, Vav. This is 666. So if you're totally lost now, study. Just Google ancient letter meaning chart, or ancient Hebrew letter meaning chart, ancient Phoenician letter. They're all the same. And this is the Vav. You see the three pins here. And that's what this letter represents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Vav, Vav, Vav. And they're all the same. And this is a cotter pin that held your wagon wheel on. It means to connect. It's the 6. So this is also the hand of halt, stop. If you saw this girl in a nightclub and thought she looked good, and you went over there trying to lay a line on her, and she throwed this hand up like this, you definitely know this means halt, stop, not interested. So this Numbers 20:14, this is the line that talks about the hand to see mark, I-D-O-T, the hand to see mark. And the halt, this has a tack, it reads backwards, to call the halt from Satan. And so if you don't know the ancient letter meaning chart, you need to learn it. if you take my word for it, you're the problem with the world. There's too many people that's just taking someone's word for it. And all you have to do is study these 22 letters and their meaning, and you can read all this along with me. But it says to make sail. This is Vav Yod, the connect in the hand, the connected work. And this represents a verb. And then this is a sail. So it's to make sail. And you'll often see this means, and he sent, and he went, and they went down. To make sail. And so sail means to consume, the bind, divide. You know, the bind, divide is the ocean. To make consume, the bind, divide is to make sail. Make sail the ocean. And so this word given the meaning Moses is never Moses in the Hebrew Bible. It's Moses in the Septuaginta, in the Greek writings, where they had changed it, but this is never Moses. This is to make sail from she. M-S-E, from she, from to consume life. And so that's a derogatory word for the woman, you know, from consume life. M, from the left hand, M, to consume life. And from lack, from. And this is the same word given the meaning angels in the Hebrew. And if you look at it backwards, you see it's M-I-K-A-L, Michael. And so sometimes it'll have a tack and it'll be read backwards and forwards in. Michael, from lack, form. M-L-A-K, from L-A-K, lack, and I-M, the works from. And the works from are in its form. From lack, form. To make sail, from she, from lack, form. From foods, Q-D-S, F-D-S, from foods. From lack, form, from foods. To leave the place with no food. And then it has a tack here, so the next word I read backwards. So this is L-A-K. And so sometimes they give this the meaning God, and sometimes they give it the meaning no. And usually L-A is no. But it's only when the next word begins with a K is when it means lack. And not, but lack of. Same as from lack, form. Angels, they from lack, form. They're spirits. They don't have a form of a body. The messenger from lack, form. He didn't have it, the form. He didn't have it in writings. It was just in word. From lack, form. From the foods, lack, L, bind, from like, or from the lack, bind, milk. And the mudda, starts with the A, it reads backwards. Mudda, mud, the earth, the mud from Edom is mudda, from the mud, from the earth. And then ki, K-E, and starts with the A and it's backwards. R-M-A, karma. To give the Rama. Rama is the old blue Indian god. The karma. To give the first from power. Rama. The kick. K-I-H. Starts with A, it reads backwards. And K-I-H or K-I-C-H. To kick. Like kickback. Let me give you a little something off of this. A little kick to you. From kick his roll. For Rama. The karma kick his roll. Karma, the god of karma. Kick his roll. Kick his rule. What his job is. His role. His rule. Starts with an A again. It reads backwards. His rule it. E-T-A. It too. His rule it too. And then a yod. The hand. C mark. To call. And then this reads backwards and forwards. To call halt to. The hand C mark. ID is the hand. The O is the I, and the T is the mark. The hand C mark is what everybody should know. You got a hand of M and a hand of Yah. To call halt. E is given. It's on both ends of this word. You can see it's given H. It's H or E, and the writings are like this, so the poets can write in both directions. And when you see something that reads backwards and forwards, you know it's one of the ancient words, and they've been working on it a long time. They gave it much thought. These are the words that the whole language was created around. And to call halt, E-A-L-T, the power bind mark is stop. To stop them, a halt. To call halt, and then it reads back the other way. To call halt it the tale. To call halt the tale. The story. Raise from Satan. X-A-T-N-U. From Satan to. And so you know Satan is the one that had befallen. That's why they hide it like this. But from Satan is from the cross at. A Satan, a Saturn is a port from where you cross into the city. You go through the Saturn, or from a bridge is a Satu, where you cross at. From MXAT, from cross at, from cross, from satinu, from the cross at tenu. The tenu is its purpose, the purpose. Why are you doing this? What tenu is this for? So if we run into this word and there's a tack at the end of the word before it means to read it backwards and forwards. And so then it's W-N-T-A-X, when tax from Satan. When tax from Satan. And so the tax hand is the left hand. The hand that taxes you, the hand from. M, from. So you get paid in the right hand. On payday, you put your right hand out. And when it's time to tax, give them your left hand. So in the Greek, in the Septuaginta, where they were trying to shadow the book, they were writing a parody, so they tried to shadow the book, but they were trying to change the meaning at the same time. So we can see it's the Pisti Pantaton, the Pista Pantaton, aton, from the oxton tone. You see this one is backwards, is the no tax. The no taxi from. No taxi from. But the Pista Pantaton, from oxtone ton. Ton is with a representation. And we can see here this finding is the EWRONTA, the where, the WR, the where on to, the finding. But I find that these movies just get too long if I try to explain both books at the same time, because they're not the same book. They're this is a parody. This Greek book is a parody, and they were trying to disguise the writings of the Hebrew. And so it all shadows. They try to shadow the words, but they get off, and I'll show you here shortly. To make sail from she, from lack, from foods. You know, to leave the place because it lacks foods. The lack limb, the L-A-K, the lack limb, the bind from, like mud, like mudda, like mud, Mother Earth, the red clay, the karma. Let's do the karma, the kick. Karma kicked it. Got your due. Karma kick his roll. It to the hand see mark, to call halt. Stop. To call halt. The hand to see mark, to call halt. The tail the rays. From Satan knew. The tail raised from Satan knew. And so the writer of these, they totally saw through the matrix. You know, they were writing on both sides. They were writing about what happens in your head and what happens on earth. But if we click on this word, we'll see that it only comes up one time, possibly more, and they give it different meanings, or they'll change a vowel point, and so they'll give it a different word. And we see it's in a list of 455 occurrences, being looks about 80, 100 words here. And we see the word James in there, and to James, to miss you, to Messiah, the times not, the times. And some of these words be given the same meaning and some other. From Sada, from Santa, the Massa, Masat, the Hamustim, the Hamasout, Hamza. Hamza, that's the left hand with the eyeball tattooed in it. The Hamza is actually be certainly. But this word, the hand to see mark, this is how I got here. I was looking for where all it came up at 47 times, 972 with all these other spellings. And this is all in yada. Yada, yada, yada. I know, yada. And so Yada is actually the name of the writer of James, or of the book of Jude. I seen that. I went to the book before, and I found that clue. But this the Yada, Yada. I know, the hand to see to, the hand to see mark, and it's written 50 over 100 and probably 130 different ways to get 942 times. Many of these words just show up once. So this is the other place I found it talking about the other hand in Genesis 30:26, and their interpretation is give me my wives and my children whom I have served you for them, and let me go, for you know my service which I have done for you. And I pulled this off and put it beside its shadow in the Greek. What it says is tain, the tain to. Tain is not give, but tain is acquire. The tain to, what you got from. The tain to, and then have a hyphen, so it's is nice. The tain to is nice, and so nice is the word that they always put beside wife when it says he took them wives, except they give the word wife took and nice wives, but it means nice. It means nice wives. A woman that won't cut your throat in your sleep is what it means. But the tain to is nice. What? And it has like the tack here had me read this backwards. ISNSI is nice. Then what? WAT, and has a tack. So it reads backwards and forwards. So now it's IDL ILDI. The idle child. idle means running. The running child. This is this word's often used through the Bible, or similar words, ILD, WLD, what led to, or yield, the idle yield. And so yield is what your crops produce, the yield, or what your works produce is your yield. So the tame to is nice, what idle yield, or idle child. Idle child is running. When your car's idling, it means it's running with no purpose, with no direction. Nobody's there and making it go and steer anywhere. It's just idle, running with no purpose. What idle child raise. So what you acquire, the tame to, is nice, what idle child raise. Abid, abidit, obidity, obedience, obidity, the obedience. Obedience, it starts with an A, so it's katu. The obedience give to in the seed. Ben is this is sometimes given the meaning son, and then but most of the time they give BNI, son. But often you'll see this word as son, ben, and it's in the seed, and it does mean the son, the bean in the seed. The obedience give to Ben, the son, the walk, W-A-L-K, let them go, the walk, W-A-L-K, to walk the key, it to hand, see mark. So there was really no reason for him to write King James. We can see that to make sail, to send, and to walk, it's all English. There's no reason to rewrite it. They weren't trying to rewrite the Hebrew book, they were trying to rewrite the Greek book. But the walk, key is to give work. The walk, to give work, it to, ETA. ETA in the Navy is your estimated time of arrival. Or it to. The place you're going, it to. To the hand, see mark, to, and then it reads backwards and forwards. It through in, I-T-D-B, it, D through B in. It through in obedience raised obidic, to see the obedience give, O-B-D-T-I-K. The tame to is nice, what idle child raise, obedit, obedience give to in him, right? The give to being, give to son, the walk, key, to learn, the bind, give life, A, to learn, bind, give life, key. And so in ancient Egypt they had all this artwork on the wall, and you tell your son to take the walk, the key it to, and read the writings on the wall till you understand. The walk, the key it to, the hand, see mark, to it through in obedience. Hand of obedience is the hand of Yah. Yah is the ancient word for God, the right hand. And the hand, see mark, to it, I-T, through in, D-B, it through in obedience. Obide is O-B-D, is the I in the D, is on your dollar. And this same word is usually given the meaning of servants or slaves. And over here on the Greek side, this paidia, given the meaning children. This is usually opposite of obid, the servant, the paid, P-A-I-D, same as your money. You get paid, paid ya, the right hand. The apodos, the podos. This is your kids here. The podos, my kids, moi, podos moi, my kids. 2 wives moi, to my wives give to paidia, the servant, paidia. Not slave, but slave for $1 of my paidia. My apodos, my kids, to my gynekes, to my gynecologist, the man that sees a gynecologist. Give to my pedia, my servants, the pari, around, the surrounding on, through dualuka, dadulika, through the dual look, so make in a pellet, the after judgment. Su, for you, guardian, to carry the knowledge first. The jinn, the jinn is the engine, the jinn of the jinn o skies, the jinn of the skies, the astrology turning, the stars turning around every 24 hours. The jinn, the engine of the skies. Tain, the dual, the dulion, the two purposes on through dual look you, the dual, through the two look you. So it won't let us search the Old Testament and this Greek, but we could search the New Testament. We see the paid as the male children, the boys, the pays, servant, pays, the pays in is the servant, pays a child, boy, the paid as, the pedos is servant, pedos. What kind of servants those were? The pedos. Pedos, pays. In the Old Testament, against the slaves and the obid, it has several different words that are used in the Greek, but now it's the menservant, the paid as, the paid on servants. So to tain to his nice, what idle child raise, obedience give to Ben, give to the Son, to learn, to bind, give life, the key it to, the hand to see mark to, it through in obedience, raise, obedience give. And so it's life knowledge. You teach your kids, you teach them about the hand, the hand, the hand of from, the hand to give Satan, the hand to give the tax man, and the hand of Yah, the hand of God, the hand of take, and the hand of give, the hand of from attacks, to protect from attacks, and the hand of Yah, to give the power, the hand of Yah, to make power, strength, the hand of Yah. So all my movies have been getting too long lately. But if you want to try to read this, there's a lot of it that's going to be in French. And so these writings of the Gershonites, what's actually talking about is the garçon, the waiter, the grossen, the groceries, to carry the ration, to carry the rations. The garçon, he's carrying your food out to you. And you can try to read. There's a couple chapters here that talks about the garçon, and so in Turkish it's garçon. It's spelled the same. In French it's still the same. It's still pronounced garçon, but it's just spelled with a C because they had two S's and no C, so they changed one S into the C. Garçon. All right, people. Good day.